Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. I am delayed in getting started with Christmas decorating, but I'm doing it, and I thought I'd take you guys with me a little bit of it. I'll give you a little bit of a background here. So we moved 2.5 weeks ago. I have a lot going on still. You can kind of see it in the background, but I'm trying to create at least a portion of the home that is just Christmassy. We still don't know where, honestly, I'm even putting the Christmas tree, let alone some of our furniture. It's in place, but I know I'm gonna be moving it again. But I had to take a pause from the unboxing, the unpacking, and the figuring all of that out to get Christmas going. So I put up my tree last night, but we're gonna get the lights going, and I'm gonna try to decide on position for the tree. And anyways, that's the start of the video. But I hope that if you are new here and you enjoy lifestyle content, that you will consider subscribing to this channel. That is what I will be sharing here, is day in the life, vlog stuff, recipes, cooking. Anyways, that's what's up ahead on this channel. But in today's video, we're gonna be doing some Christmas decorating and maybe some shopping in some stores to see what's out there. Although I do not plan on getting very much because I don't wanna bring much into the chaos that is my home right now. Let's get started with the tree. I got the lights on the tree. There is why I need a break. Because I needed to move on to Christmas, because that's a little overwhelming. I got like warm while I was putting the lights on, but now I'm cold. So I'm gonna make some tea. And I'm gonna show you what I'm working with. I don't know why, because like this is vulnerable and it's a mess and I'm putting it on the internet, but you know, why not? Because I'm clearly not the only person who has struggled with like moving and getting settled in. So let's look. Here's our tree, and originally I was thinking I was gonna put it in front of the door because it's to the outside to the patio, which we won't be using right now. But here's my living room. Okay. So the benches don't belong here, obviously. And I've got some decor bins. Some is Christmas, some is not. I thought I was pulling out something else and it wasn't when I started unpacking. But anyways, I'm thinking that if I move this couch over, that I can possibly put the tree in that corner. So I need to do some rearranging, but that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna see if I can do this and hopefully not completely knock over the tree. Also, as is not surprising, some of my lights did not have like full strands of lights, but or full working lights. I think I have some new boxes somewhere being the keyword. So I made it work. I have some half of a strand at the bottom that has no lights on it, but I think I should be able to hide it underneath the tree skirt when I find the box with the tree skirt. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this cup of tea, do a little bit more rearranging in here. Everything is like temporary. We don't have anything on the walls because we don't know for sure where furniture is gonna line up. So we'll see how this all plays out. It is many, many hours later. I worked on some various things of just related to unpacking and getting settled in. And now I'm going to start on dinner. We have some ham, sliced ham in the refrigerator and some potatoes. My husband suggested scalloped potatoes with ham. I do not own a mandolin, plus I think they terrify me, so I don't know that I would use one. So I'm gonna slice these by hand and do my best to get them all, well, there's a yucky spot, all cut evenly. I will have the recipe linked down below for you. I will be veering from it a little bit as I typically do when I cook, but we got the oven preheating to 375. I'm gonna get these peeled and sliced as evenly as possible. We're gonna move on to our cheese sauce. I've got my pan heating up, medium heat. We're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Ooh, the pan is nice and hot. All right, now that the butter is melted, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of flour. Cook that for about 30 seconds to a minute. We want a nice thick paste. Recipe calls for like whole milk or half and half. I have almond milk. Usually I don't have a problem with it, so trust that it's not going to be. Again, we're going to slowly whisk in 2 cups of milk till all the milk is added and it's nice and thick and creamy. I feel like my whisk has a hard time getting into the bottom edge here, so I'm just gonna scrape that. Yeah, there was some flour mixture sitting there. All right, so I'm letting that milk warm up and hopefully thicken up. We'll see. I am keeping, I am keeping an eye on it, but while that's happening, I'm going to grease my pan. I love this thing. I'll try to remember to link it down below. Excuse me. I seem to have a frog in my throat. But you can put any oil you want in it. I keep avocado oil in mine, and you can just squeeze it to fill this up. There are measurements here. I never use it in a way that I need to, but it's like a silicone brush, and you can just use any oil you want. And I've had it for, I don't know, at least a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know. I can't remember stuff like that, but I love it. So I'm just using that to grease my pan or my dish, and I thought I would share it with you. All right, so I don't know if the almond milk is really thick enough for this, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna add in some seasonings. We're gonna add in a teaspoon of salt, and then a half a teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. It was all stuck to the bottom there. That was probably more than a half a teaspoon, but that's okay. We like garlic. All right, so it does say to let it go for a while until it begins to bubble. So I'm gonna hold out hope that it will thicken, that butter and flour roux is enough. I might actually whisk in a little bit more flour. That would have been better to do in the butter phase, but I'm gonna be a rebel and I'm gonna do it. Not a lot more, just a little bit. And I'm going to whisk really good. Normally I don't have any problems with almond milk, and maybe I wouldn't, maybe I'm just not being patient enough. That's likely, because I use almond milk for macaroni and cheese, like other cheese sauce type things, and soups, like creamy soups. Anyways, I'll be back. All right, we have a little bit of a bubble and it has thickened up. I honestly think it would have thickened up. It's not like super thick, but I think it would have been fine even without the added flour. So we're gonna remove from heat and add in about a cup of shredded cheddar and stir that until that is all melted, and then we'll have our cheese sauce. All right, we're gonna lay half the potatoes. I feel like I have a lot of potatoes. I'm only supposed to need to do 2 layers, but I was guessing. It said 3 large potatoes, so I did 6 smaller ones. So I'm not doing a single layer. I'm overlapping a little bit here with some smaller ones. If anything, it'll just need to cook a little bit longer. Cup of diced ham. Now we're gonna pour half of the cheese sauce. Then we're gonna repeat. I'm gonna serve this with a veggie. We've got leftover green bean casserole in the fridge, and I might just steam up some broccoli or something like that. I'm not totally sure. I used this dish because you're supposed to cover it for the first, this takes a long time to cook. I got started on this later than I should have, but you're supposed to cook it for like an hour. Covered, I think, and then 30 minutes uncovered. I will have the recipe link down below for you. But I try not to use aluminum foil for health reasons. So this is like one of my few baking dishes that has a lid. So that was kind of why I decided to use this one. All right, we're gonna get this in the oven. All right, so I read the recipe. I think I just kicked the camera. I did. I took a look at the recipe really quick and realized I was supposed to add another cup of cheddar cheese on top. Well, I'm out of cheddar cheese. I did have some mozzarella, so I grated that up really quick. Now we're going in the oven. I'm gonna slide a baking sheet on that second rack, just in case. I think it's gonna be okay. I guess I should actually put the whole thing on the baking rack. All right, don't listen to me. This will also actually make it easier to take in and out of the oven, because one thing I don't like about this dish is there's no handles. So we'll find out together if I needed to take this precaution, but it's a new oven, only used a couple times, and it hasn't been messed up yet, so we're gonna do that. All right, guys, well, it is the next day, and I almost forgot completely to get a shot of the finished scalloped potatoes and ham. So after we served ourselves, I went back and took this video. It was very, very good. Sorry, I didn't have like the whole complete picture, but it was very, very good. I followed the instructions pretty much to a T for cooking, and mostly I think for the recipe itself. So highly recommend it. That was delicious. And I just got back from grocery shopping, and now I'm going to put my groceries away and then head out and do some other shopping, and I'm gonna take you with me. All right, so I need a few random things for the house, and so I decided to check out, some stores are new to me, some are just new locations, but I'm gonna check out a couple stores. First up, I'm gonna go to Ollie's, and then I thought there was a Dollar General in this plaza. There's a sign for it, I just don't know where it is. So I'm gonna find the Dollar General. So we're gonna do a little exploring, and I need to get tinsel for the tree because we're gonna decorate the tree tonight. I haven't had tinsel since I was a kid, so I'm excited. So I ended up not taking you into a whole bunch of stores, but I did go into Ollie's. If you don't have an Ollie's, it's a great store. It's a little chaotic in some ways, but they've got great deals on things. So I just showed you a few Christmas items. I thought these little snowmen were so cute, and I think they were anywhere between like $3.99 and $5.99 depending on the one. But what they do is they get a lot of like closeout items or clearance items. So like this here is a tablecloth from Walmart because it said holiday time on it. This looks like it's from Joann, since it's only at Joann. And then there was and then this was also from Walmart. It was more holiday time. So I don't know if it's like previous season stuff or whatever, but it's a fun place to shop if you don't mind a little bit of the hunt and browsing. I did go into Walmart to get some tinsel, although I found out that I had some at home already. Now we're home, and my husband and I are going to start decorating. We put on a Christmas movie. That's why you keep seeing my husband turn to the TV. I think we put on Muppets A Christmas Carol. I don't know if that's what it's called, but the Muppets version of A Christmas Carol. Put on a Christmas movie and decorated the tree. I tried at one point in our marriage to do like the matchy tree, and it just didn't feel like Christmas to me. So I have a collection of ornaments that were mine when I was a child. I have some that I made when I was younger. I have some that were given to us and made by nieces and nephews. I also have a lot that I have made as an adult. And then when my parents downsized, there's my husband. When my parents downsized, they offered some Christmas ornaments to me and my sisters. And so I have a handful of those as well. And with that in mind is why I wanted to kind of go with the tinsel as well, because I just thought a nice little vintagey feel. I just think that tinsel, yeah, it's messy, but trees are messy. Real or fake, they're messy. They shed everywhere. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just embrace it. And I love it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more day in the life, there will be some Christmas content, there'll be more food content, a little bit of everything. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much to me. Say hello down in the comments, give this video a thumbs up. All of those actions help out my channel, and so I would appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.